And Meghan Markle would do bottom burps in our faces just to assert her dominance over us. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. We have a lot to discuss. I am in librarian mode reading all these books so that you don't have to. Let's go. So I wanted to talk about all the books that are coming out. By the way, regarding my eyelashes, I know a lot of you think that my eyelashes look really fake and stuff. Listen, when Meghan Markle comes for you to glue your eyelashes together, I hope you have a shield, as I do, with butterflies on it. Sorry. First one, Harry, Conversations with the Prince by angelalevin. May 30th, 2019. That was the first time a book came out. So the table of contents for Angela-Levin's book. Sorry for the mispronunciation, it's Levin, not Levine. Chapter 1, welcoming Meghan, dying a second boy, in his brother's footsteps, a broken home, the loss of a mother, school rebel, gap year surprises, soldier and prince, Harry's war, pilot officer Wales, ups and downs, heads together, the Meghan effect, Harry's vision, the wedding, and the marriage. So we're setting the tone of the book with welcoming Meghan. I guess she was welcomed after all, although she denies that some 2 years later. To give you a brief synopsis, in my opinion, it is from here that Harry seems to introduce his victim arc of losing his mother and needing to be mothered and desperately wanting to be something other than Prince Harry. Imagine that. The author asserts that he answers her leading questions with the singular word exactly, but instead of explaining or expanding, he simply moves on. So to me, it's almost as though he doesn't believe his own sob story at this point. It was followed by Meghan and Harry, The Real Story by Lady Colin Campbell, July 28th, 2020. Lady Colin Campbell's table of contents does leave much to be desired. There are no titles, but you can see the chapters there. There had been other mixed race unions in other royal households, and the general feeling was that it was high time the British royal family caught up with their continental cousins. The Queen of Denmark's second son had been married to a Eurasian woman. The ruling Prince of Liechtenstein's second son had married a Panamanian-born American of color. Prince Rainier of Monaco's nephew had married a West Indian of color. Two of the Archduke Geza of Austria's sons had married 3 sub-Saharan Africa. Okay. You get the point. The people of England and the establishment, the royal family, did embrace Meghan. Okay? I don't know who all those other people are, but in the UK, she was good to go. Immediately followed by Finding Freedom, Harry and Meghan, The Making of a Modern Royal Family, Omidscobie and caolyndurand, who were her friends, with a wonderful table of contents such as London Calling, When Harry Met Meghan, totally original, nothing to do with When Harry Met Sally, right? Okay. Courtship in the Wild, The World Gets Wind, A Prince's Stand, Culture Shock, Tropical Storms, Voicing Disapproval, Boom! Farewell Toronto, The Fab Four, A Problem Like Samantha, The Thomas Markle Situation. Protecting Archie and maintaining his privacy was a top priority for the couple. Harry, who learned the dark side of growing up in the royal fishbowl early on in his life by watching his mother relentlessly chased by the paparazzi, and Meghan quickly getting the same lesson. Both wanted to ensure their son chose his own destiny rather than being forced into one by virtue of the family he had been born into. This is very profound at this time because, one, obviously wanting nothing to do with the royal family, its titles, or anything to do with that. They had already chosen that and shouldn't be complaining now if they don't have the titles. Basically. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They're all over the world doing tours and being photographed and having paparazzi, so that's not really privacy. They're chasing the paparazzi now. By the way, just wanted to mention, Kate Middleton went through much worse than Meghan went through. Now, of course, this book was written with her help, so we know that. There was a court case about that. Jason Knoll was leaking information to put this book together for her. Revenge by Tombower. That's been a big hit that happened recently, August 25th, 2022. Needless to say, Tombower's book seems very thorough, judging by the table of contents. Preface, Thomas, School, College, Suits, Manhunt. Influencer, that's probably the take he's talking about. The Irishman, Hillary, Watershed, Rwanda, Reitman's Take Two, Limbo, The Troubled Prince, The Catch, Exposed, Hiccups, Vanity Fair, Spotlight, Engagement, Aggravation, Tears, Wedding, Tremors, Suicide, Exposure, Baby Shower, Wellness, Pitching, Vogue, Attack, Transit, Farewell, Paradise, The Trial, The Jigsaw, Netflix, The Interview, Backlash, Grandstanding, Victory, Revenge, Fallout. And then acknowledgements, endnotes, and index. Woo! The good thing though is that I've covered a lot of these topics in my videos, so I feel quite good there. An essential ingredient of her trajectory had been that her story should be told on her terms. Controlling the narrative was essential to her success. As Oscar Wilde wrote, "The truth is rarely pure and never simple." The royal family would soon discover that Meghan Markle's expectations and ambitions might be rather different from what they and the enthusiastic British public were anticipating. First of all, love the Oscar Wilde reference. I think that's very honorable for a writer to reference the greats that have gone before. And it's a good point about ambitions. The ambitions might be rather different. Not that ambition was a bad word, as she said in her podcast. It was different than what she voluntarily signed up for. Therefore, it was a bait and switch tactic, and nobody likes that. Courtiers. The Hidden Power Behind the Crown by Valentine Low. Valentine's my son's name as well, so it must be good. The 6th of October 2022. The New Royals, Queen Elizabeth's Legacy and the Future of the Crown by Katienicholl. Katienicholl is a name that you should keep in your head. Very important. 24th of October 2022. Interestingly enough, we have a table of contents. Platinum Queen, Highs and Lows, Decade Horribilis, Operation Mrs. PB, A Modern Royal Romance, Annus Mirabilis. Sorry. A Windsor Wedding, Another Annus Horribilis, A Sea Change, Kingmakers, London Bridge, The New Royals, and Epilogue. This is interesting to me. It's a lot. The United Kingdom has not had a king and queen since 1952, and the landscape of the monarchy will undergo a seismic change under King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla. Prince Charles, now in his 70s, will be a transitional king, but his experience and continued passion for the environment and supporting young people around the world suggests he has the makings of a great monarch too. Harry's own biography, where he's writing not as a prince, but as the man he has become, due out November 24th, 2022. Harry, Life, Love and Loss. And there you see Katienicholl coming in again. End of 2022. Harry, Life, Loss and Love features interviews with friends, those who have worked with the prince, and former palace aides. Nicholl explores Harry's relationship with his family, in particular the Queen, his father, stepmother and brother, and reveals his secret second family in Botswana. She uncovers new information about his former girlfriends and chronicles his romance and engagement to American actress Meghan Markle. So I think that his own biography might be the same. That's the working title for it. Harry, Life, Love and Loss. Harry, author, planning new royal book with exclusive revelation. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry biographer omidscobie is writing a new book about the royal family after his first sent shockwaves through Britain. Finding Freedom caused a tidal wave of headlines with allegations Harry felt Prince William was a snob. His own brother, though? Okay. And that one senior royal referred to Meghan dismissively as Harry's showgirl. I think that if she heard that about herself, she would have liked it. And I don't think anyone said that about her. A showgirl, she's not. Even in the English culture, she's not. She's boring. Let's move on. Harry's memoir is trying to cover up the bullying memoir because that's a lot. In fact, they are still coming out now with interviews, the staff. So they're really going hard on pushing their truth. These are people who served many years. And I say served because they do it with their whole heart. This staff, and these people had to quit because of Meghan. She was that bad to them. Queen voiced surprise that divorced Duchess Meghan wanted to wear a pure white wedding dress. This is Katienicholl's book. So why I say pay attention to her, because I'm kind of on the fence with her. I'm not sure which side she's batting for, if you will. Moving on, because I don't want to keep you guys here too long because I have a lot of other videos to talk to you about. Meghan's aides branded her as a narcissistic sociopath. Sorry. Literally 2 words I've constantly used about her. A sociopath in terms of not having any feeling, being numb, not being able to read the room, not being able to be self-aware. That's a narcissist. It's a mental illness. Over her demanding behavior and gave themselves the name Sussex Survivors Club. New book claims. And you have Camilla, who also tried to have a relationship with Meghan, tried to explain to Meghan that she had been through certain hardships in the press. Nobody liked her. And she tried to help her with that. They had lunches together, but apparently Meghan was unresponsive. So there's that. There was one ex-staff member told the author she wanted to be rejected because she was obsessed with that narrative from day one. And from day one, we also know that she never moved all her stuff over from Canada. She kept all of her belongings in Canada. And when you meet somebody and you marry them and you have to move to another country, surely you bring all of your trousseau with you, if you will. And she never did that. So it's like It was planned, and she's a complete. I'm looking at the picture and I'm trying to find the right words to not get demonetized. She's a witch with a B to do that to humans. There's no humanity in her. She's not a humanitarian. She's not. Let me not get caught up. Duke requests 11th hour rewrite to soften his bombshell $40 million biography. Excuse me. After nations' outpouring of grief for the Queen, amid fears the final draft might not go down too well in the wake of her death. They thought they knew everything, and they don't. But they're not 20-year-olds. You know, they're not teenagers. They're hardback, as we say in the Caribbean, big hardback adult people making these petty mistakes. Royal authors queue up to release books promising to reveal the truth of conflict between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Buckingham Palace. There were other reports about how she wanted Windsor Palace, but instead she got Frogmore, and she was very slighted by that. It's insane. Like, they didn't realize they were dealing with a complete narcissist. This may be her final lap. This may be the shutting down of her. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me. I have other videos coming out. I'm so excited to share with you. I mean, if you do like watching me, please don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notification so you know when I'm putting out videos. And you know what? Like it if you like it. Also, share it to your friends on Facebook, on your other platforms, and I will be so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
Nothing